by the name of Saraswati, which are a different course. So I love reading. Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Miss Sethi. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
That is great. You seem very energetic. I'm glad that usually after lunch people get a little lethargic and lazy, but you seem energetic. That's great.
Thank you, thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes,
So, how has your day been?
this great, great.
Great.
I
Was it?
am always pumped up.
That's wonderful. Was it a busy day or did you relax and enjoy or work?
I think they are between 12 o'clock to 4 till 4 o'clock. I am free. Okay, I spend my time with myself, so it's a
That's
relax.
wonderful.
We can say relax time.
Oh, wow. That is wonderful. So that is the reason you're energetic. You've taken good rest.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Great. So I saw that there were no notes attached to our session. I'm assuming that's because you've taken so many sessions that they don't give you notes anymore, right?
You are right. Mhm.
Wonderful. So usually what do you do? Just have a normal conversation or do you pick a topic? What do you prefer?
I think tutor picked the topic and we discuss about that.
Okay, sure. So I don't know if you've already discussed this topic or not, but oh, I also saw that you are a fitness expert, right? So unless you've already spoken about this a lot, we can
Many,
you have
many times. I don't know how
anytime.
many
Okay, all right. So let's move to something else. Um, I had a very interesting topic this morning, but that was with coincidentally with somebody who was an expert in that field. It was astrology, and she had so much knowledge about it. So I had a really interesting conversation. So depending on whether you believe in it or not, we can maybe talk about that.
Astrology, what does it mean? Could you tell me? I
Yes.
have zero knowledge about that.
Yes, I can tell you. So, have you ever seen how usually in our Indian culture we rely on birth charts, or there are certain astrologers and numerologists who read our charts? They know the placement of stars and everything, and
Mhm.
even in our ancient texts like the Vedas and everything, the exact distance of the planets has been given. So there is a
Okay.
lot of wonder around how all of this is done. Astrology is basically the science of the placement of stars and how the planetary movements affect the people on the earth. So
Okay.
there are some people who are actually experts in that subject, so they know how to do it, but then there are a lot of people who don't know anything about it and they're still going around and telling people things. So that is astrology. Another important difference between a word which people get confused with, astrology and astronomy. Astronomy
Astronomy.
is the science of stars and planets, where the scientific study of the scientific components on stars, the sun, all of that is done. Astrology is more of an art and a science mix.
Okay. Mhm.
So, have you had any experiences with astrologers?
No, I had my parents. I think believe in that, but I don't believe because I don't know about that. I don't have experience.
Fair enough.
So I don't have any knowledge about, so I can't say anything about that. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so let's talk about something else. You're a fitness expert. So, do you hold classes or something like that?
Yeah, I make people exercise.
You make people exercise. Okay, so do you also travel for this purpose, like outstation classes and everything?
No, no, no.
No.
I don't travel out of the city. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
you don't.
travel.
Okay, and otherwise, out of interest, also you don't travel.
No.
You don't like to travel. You like to stay at home and in your peaceful environment, just
Yes,
enjoy.
yeah. I think my home is my spiritual place. I love spending my time with okay myself at home. But that's when I don't go out on weekend. Yeah.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So, what do you mean when you say it's a very spiritual place?
What does mean? Spiritual place means I think I love staying at home. Okay, I
Uh-huh.
love spending time staying home and living myself within myself with myself.
Uh-huh.
Right. So
Yes.
that is a spiritual place. You love your home, staying at your home, spending
Yes.
time with your family or with your kids. So that's how this is called a spiritual place.
Yes, absolutely.
Spiritual people don't surround most of the time. Okay, with many people. Okay, when they have time, they spend time with themselves.
Definitely, definitely, I agree. So, are
Right.
you also into spiritual practices like meditation and yoga and all?
Yeah, I'm learning this thing, practicing this thing. So yeah, I am.
Wonderful. That is great. And how has your journey been till now? When did you start?
I started in the pandemic.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
And you've been
and
doing
after
it till now.
till now, yeah.
And how did you stumble upon this?
I think in pandemic, everybody had time to stumble, ponder, do something for themselves,
Yes.
and the people who were looking for, seeking these all things, they dive into it. People dive into spirituality. People dive into their personal growth. People dive into fitness. People dive into YouTube business,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that's I think that was a great time for me and the people who were looking for something to do to be out of the crowd.
Hmm.
That time was wonderful time,
Hmm.
best time I have ever had in my life. That before pandemic I was different. Okay, after pandemic I'm different. So
Yes.
totally, I got drastic change in my personality, in my knowledge. Yeah,
Wow. That sounds amazing. So, do you also read?
yeah. I read a lot.
And what kind of books do you read?
I read spiritual books, also non-fiction. I love reading non-fiction. Yeah,
Wow.
and
That is
that is why I love spending time staying at home, reading books, listening to podcasts, then
oh
going
wow.
out, watching movie, and roaming here, then doing shopping, unnecessary wasting my time. So that's why.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think reading and listening to podcasts, they are some of the most relaxing ways to spend your time. So
True, true.
tell me about are you what are you reading currently?
Currently, I'm reading this one, The Stunning Success, written by Robin Sharma.
Wow. And how are you finding it? How is it?
I think this is the fascinating book,
Uh-huh.
right? And it says I have not. I just study. I started, but in first 3 or 4 chapter, it is saying you are also leader. I am also leader. A kid who is burning, who got born. Okay, few days back, he is also leader.
Yes.
Just you have to figure it out.
Yes.
Okay, some
Correct.
people born with 3 or 4 talents. Some people born with single talent. Some people born with different talent.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you are a leader, and you are a product of God. So God never make a product that is useless,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So you have to figure it out. Just nurture that talent, that skill, that gift, and you will be leader. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a very positive message.
And
And one that people really need to know.
yes, if you can read, I don't know, you would be able to read or not. There are many quotes. Okay.
Oh, sure. Share some of them.
Yeah, I'm finding it out.
Sure.
You can, if you can read this, I think a leadership is philosophy. It's a
It's
system,
a mentality, it's a state of mind.
a state
It's
of mind. It's a way of operating, and it's the available to each one of us.
available to
Right,
each one. Wow, that's
right.
amazing. Such a
And
cool.
the people are dying, no, being copied by someone. Okay, running into rat race, and
Yes.
that is why people are not happy with their job. They keep saying, "Oh, it's Sunday today. Okay, I'm scared of going to work. Okay, this job is killing me.
Hmm.
Okay, I hate going to work."
Yes.
And that is why I said I found this all things knowledge in pandemic, and I'm living a different life, not like most of people spend their time and living their life.
Yes. So, what do you feel about all of these? Like you said, people are caught in a rat race nowadays. So, what kind of a lifestyle do you believe in? For some people, they are stuck, but they don't have an option, right? For example, if they are doing a 12-hour job or a 10-hour job, uh, what do you feel about that? How did you decide to live a life like this, where you're able to take out time for yourself also, for others also, and also while generating income for yourself?
I think it's a dare. It's a dare, and it's I can say it's a dare, and on the other hand, I can say it's a skill,
Mm-hmm.
right? And one more thing I can say that, but one other things is dare skill. It comes, the third one comes into there also, because why I'm saying that skill,
Huh.
first is skill, because most of the people are living for 100 years,
Hmm.
not 100 years, we can say 70 to 80 years, and do
Hmm.
not know why they are living their life.
Hmm. Yes, they don't have a
Right.
purpose.
If you don't know why you are living your life, you will always end up doing wrong thing, cursing your life, cursing God, cursing your family, cursing government, cursing school.
Yes, you'll always be
Right.
unhappy.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's why I think you have to find out what you love doing. If you truly want to enjoy your life, you have to find out what you love doing,
Hmm.
regardless of how little money you are making, or how long longer hour you are working. If you love doing, you won't quit doing that things,
Hmm.
because you're enjoying it. Have you
Yes.
heard a grass cutter? He's a gardener. He is
Hmm.
multi-millionaire in America. He's multi-millionaire. He's grass. He used to doing gardening and cutting grass.
Wow.
Right. He's a multi-millionaire. And there is a one more barber, Indian barber. He has the most expensive cars of the world.
Wow.
He cut here. Right. So it's your work. How much love, effort, energy you are putting in your craft. The moment you will put, I think you are giving you everything to that
Hmm.
craft. And the moment
Yes.
you will give, you can think how beautiful and how tremendous that outcome would be.
Hmm. Yes,
If
absolutely.
I, yes, if I'm training you, I'm a fitness coach. I love doing. Do you think I am going to cut the corner? No, I will never do that. I will give it my heart, soul, each and every physical cells of my body to complete
Yes.
that work in the best version of
Very
myself,
possible.
right? Yes. And the outcome would be great,
Yes.
right? So that's what. First of all, don't, if you worry about the money, okay, I'm not making money in my craft. There are very few, source of making money. Don't worry about money. First, try to give okay 100% effort in your work,
Hmm.
and money will take care of it.
That's true. Yes.
Right.
So it's a shift in mentality which is required.
Mentality, persistent, these things required. And these the people look up, no, after the work for money. Okay, my brother is making that much money, so I will have to make that career. Okay, my sister-in-law making, my cousin is making, so I have to make that career. Even they don't like it, and when hard time will come in there, during that time they will quit.
Hmm.
And the moment you love your work, even hard time is coming, you're not going to quit it.
Hmm.
And that is the formula of success.
Hmm. Yes, if you're doing something you love, you won't quit.
Won't quit. Yes. Yeah. So
Wonderful.
that's it.
That's a great message for sure. Definitely, I think you're right. A lot of people were able to use the pandemic in a very positive way as well, where they were able to figure out things for themselves and realize what they really wanted to do and what was good for them.
Sure,
So for
sure.
some, it was a blessing as well in disguise. So I heard everything that you said. So tell me about another. Is there a book which has really inspired you? The book that you just showed me is probably one of them. But in the recent times, have you read any other book which you felt really inspired by, or maybe a story which you would like to share from one of the books that you've read?
I think I had many books that inspired me. Okay, and that's kept me reading more and more books. I have like Power of Subconscious Mind, No Excuses, Goals, Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Magic of Believing, uh, and many books I have. Think and Grow Rich. Multiple books I have read, and those all books are fascinating. If I will tell, go and read one book I'm recommending you, that is called Grow Rich While You're Sleeping.
Grow
Grow
rich
Rich while you're sleeping.
while you are sleeping.
While you are sleeping. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Okay.
that sounds like an interesting title.
Yeah, interesting, and that's true. Most of the people do not know how they can program their mind while sleeping.
Yes,
And yes, and I do that things and whatever he's telling. And one more book, Creative Visualization.
yes, yes.
That book, I think that is top two books I'm recommending you if you have time. You
Definitely.
can get it.
I'll check them out. I love reading myself, uh, but I currently I'm reading more historical and archaeological kind of books, just the history of certain places. And I recently read a. I don't know if you're interested in those kinds of books, but I recently read a book on the lost trail of the Saraswati River. So
Okay.
it unfolded the whole mystery around how people say it's a it's a myth, it's a
Yeah,
part of myth.
mythology.
Yes,
Uh,
but it's actually there was a real river by the name of Saraswati which had a different course. So I love reading books like those where there is some kind of history and story
mhm.
with that.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So,
also good. Mhm.
yes, but definitely, I think I need to start reading more inspiring books like the ones that you just suggested, because
Yeah.
yes, they
Mhm.
help you in real life as well.
And that is why I also live historical book. Okay,
Yes.
but I said instead of reading that, is that going to help me to achieve my goals? And if not, why should I wasting my time reading that book? I love that, but
Yes, yes,
I must spend time that is adding value and that help me to achieve my goal. I must reading
yes,
that. I must read that book. So
yes.
that's what I do.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, and so now we've spoken about reading. Tell me a little more about how you would so you I'm sure you've learned a lot while teaching others. You said that you help others exercise and you teach them how to do it. So have you over a period of time experienced a change in yourself, or maybe have you evolved in some way as you teach others? Just some things that you've learned over a period of time.
Learned. I have learned how to control your emotion, how to control anger, because I find different kinds of clients, and everybody will not treat you like a guru or
With
okay.
respect. Yes.
Yeah, equal respect. But I have learned. But if I feel I am uncomfortable with you, I will train you for 1 or 2 months, and then I will say goodbye. Right.
Fair.
Yeah. So I have learned these things: how to control your emotion, control anger, and just let it go. What is happening? I have encountered many hard quote client also.
Yes, yes.
That's what I have learned. So some people, instead of learning, they will teach you. Right.
Patience.
Yeah. So that's when you do business in the market, you will find different kinds of people, and you
Definitely.
have to bear that. All right,
Yes,
you have to handle them.
yes.
Yeah.
The more people that you interact with, the more uh, I think familiar you get with the art or with the skill of patience.
Yeah. True. True. Mhm.
Definitely. That sounds great. So, this was such a knowledgeable and inspiring session for me as well. Now we have about 3, 4, 5 minutes left. So, I'll come to the suggestions part now. But before I do that, I just want to say that you're already a very confident speaker and you were comfortable speaking. It wasn't like you were hesitating or you couldn't express your thoughts. So good job on that. You were able to articulate and express and actually use the correct words to say what you wanted to. So what I have is only really small specific suggestions, which I'll give you.
Sure.
So yes, so there are some pronunciations where you can be a little more clear, even though I could understand what you were saying, but just for more clarity, some words like which use the letter Z, right? So the words you said was zero. So can you pronounce that again?
Zero.
Yes. So just needs a little bit more clarity with the Z sound. Zero.
Okay.
Then
Zero.
because
Because
yes. So we say because. Okay.
okay.
So zero because then uh, parents parents
Parent.
yes so
Parent.
yes so we don't say some in some places people also say parents but it's actually parents.
Parent. Yeah.
Okay,
Parents. Yeah.
parents. Okay, then in only one place I felt like the F wasn't clear, but in other places you said it clearly, so you use the word craft, right?
Craft. Hmm.
Yes, yes. Now you said it correctly. So that may have been an error. This was cool. So just some of the words where the pronunciation needed to be clear. Then in some places, when we are talking about a single person or implying that there's one person, we use the article a, right? For example, you were talking about how in the book that you read, everyone's a leader, right? And they just have to find it. So you said you are leader, he is leader, she is leader. So just one letter we have to add here, which is a. So you are a
You
leader,
are a leader. You are a
right?
leader. Yeah.
You are a leader. He is a leader. She is a leader. This is a very good book, right? Or this is an interesting topic, right?
Yeah.
And then so these are articles. They're very small words, so we often forget them, in our sentences. But they just make the sentence more complete. So even the article the we use when we're talking about something very specific which is
That's
only
good.
one, right?
Mm.
So I will say if I want to talk about an experience which I had some time ago, so I will say I had an interesting experience yesterday. The experience was that, because in the second sentence that experience is specific, that particular one, right? So
Mm.
that's how we'll use the moon, the sun, things which are only one, unique. We'll use the for them, right?
Mhm.
uh that was another thing. Then in maybe just one place, again this is a really small suggestion. You said I know that things very well. So we'll say, instead of that, since things are multiple, we'll say those things,
I
right?
know. Mm.
Yes. So exactly, these are things which you already know, but maybe when you're speaking in the flow, we kind of forget that they have to be used.
Sure, sure, sure.
So I know these things very well, or we usually use these when we're talking about a particular kind of item, So these things interest me a lot, or these topics interest me a lot, or those kind of people, like when we were talking about the different kinds of clients that you get. So those kinds of clients are can get a little irritating or whatever, so those
Sure.
these are just some words which we can add to our vocabulary, right? Otherwise, it was a great conversation, and I love your positivity and confidence. So it
Thank
was
you.
great talking to you.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya, Sethi. You are a great tutor on on this platform. I love this session. I will be
Thank you so much.
for future more.
Definitely, definitely. Likewise. Thank you so much and take care. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Have a great day, you too.
Likewise. Bye bye.
Bye.